I request Professor V. Narayan Reddy Garu, the President of Anthropological Association for Humankind, to start the meeting, sir.
So good evening to everybody and good morning. I welcome all of the Honorable Governing Council members and the executive members and the advisory members also. Today is a very important event for Anthropological Association for Humankind, since we are celebrating the first anniversary today. Actually, we thought of celebrating this event offline, either at University of Hyderabad or University of SV University Tirupati, but somehow due to lack of facilities and non-availability of the VIPs who are promised earlier to head the chair and to come as a chief guest, we couldn't do it in a offline. But anyway, today on online also, we are very happy to see each other after registering some of the victories during the last 1 year, and it is all of your efforts and strain we could achieve to some extent in the first year, because ours is a 1 year child, our organization is a 1 year child, but we have gone to the inroads of several developments of our association. And let me first thank the governing council members, the vice presidents Dr. Anand Gandikota, Dr. Bartholom Crispy Dean, and the general secretary Dr. Pedattaya Gadde, the joint secretaries Dr. Ramesh Devarkonda and Professor Anil Kishore Sinha, and treasurer Dr. Tirupal Gorantla, and the executive members are Professor P.D. Satyapal Kumar and Professor K. Rajapramukh, Professor Ravindranath Dugirala, Professor Roma Purkait, Professor Loriana Madrigal, Professor Carrie Nath, Professor Barnabas Danvorno, Dr. Kiran Jairam, Dr. Anil V.B. Babu Jonnakutti, Dr. Uday Kumar Doraboina, Dr. Rajkumar Katula, Dr. Praveen H. Sugar. And these are the honorable executive council members. And the advisory council also, we have very eminent and strong people, Professor P. Venkatrao, Professor Kamal K. Mishra, Professor Michael H. Crawford, Professor John Blangro, Professor Michael J. O'Brien, Professor Lawrence J. Mandirano, Professor A. Paparao, Professor Subhadra Mitra Channa, Dr. Professor N.K. Ambas, Professor S. Gregory, Professor P. Vijay Prakash, Professor Anup K. Kapoor, Professor Vijay S. Sahai, Professor V. Gangadharam, Professor P. Sudhakar Reddy, Professor A. Mundattam Reddy, Professor P. Mundattam Reddy, Professor Ajit Kumar Singh, Professor J. M. Naidu, Professor T. S. Naidu, Professor P. K. Bhaumik, Professor P. Hemchandra Reddy, Professor B. K. Chandrasekhar Reddy, Dr. M. Sirajuddin, Dr. Sunita Reddy, Dr. K. Raja Reddy, and Sri G. Narottam Reddy. Why I have gone through all the names means I am individually and team-wise also, I am acknowledging my sincere thanks and gratefulness to each and everybody who made this 1 year journey a successful one. So that's why I am very happy, particularly the young and dynamic, our General Secretary, Dr. Pedattaya, and other members who had contributed a lot to the organization. And let me give some of the gist, because Dr. Anand will give some other information, and I don't want to interrupt his information also. And the first one is I wanted to read out the International Institute of Anthropological Applications. It is an International Institute of Anthropological Applications. It is a virtual institute that trains students to look at societies holistically, to respect the cultural differences, and to learn about social phenomena through a careful process of participant observation and interviewing. It equips them in the investigation of the principles of human acquisition and behavior and the application of these principles to address contemporary issues and problems. IAAA uses action-oriented anthropology to catalyze positive change that creates a safe, just, and inclusive world. Making positive change involves many things: personal and professional commitment, active listening, advocacy, teaching and training, policy work through networking, collaboration, grassroots, and community-based and collective efforts. Students who are trained at the International Institute of Anthropological Applications can take on very different roles in their career directions, such as researchers, policy analysis, program evaluators, needs assessors, impact assessors, community advocates, trainers, cultural breakers, problems in enormous variety of fields: public health and medicine, business law, human rights, education, environmental issues, community development, museums, disaster research and management, and international development. The next one is we have very important program that ran for weeks, that is digital ethnography. It has become a very important subject nowadays in the subject of anthropology. Digital ethnography is becoming an increasingly used and needed approach when studying digital culture and practices and the use of digital media and technologies in research. Digital ethnography is an online research method that adapts ethnographic methods to the study of the communities and cultures created through internet mediated social interaction. We now live in a digital society. New digital technologies have had a profound influence on everyday life, social relations, government, commerce, the economy, and the production and dissemination of knowledge. People's movements in space, their purchasing habits, and their online communication with others are now monitored in detail by digital technologies. We are increasingly becoming a digital data subjects, whether we like it or not, and whether we choose this or not. The internet is an object, is an open context for social interactions where practices or social research and open up a new field of qualitative research. Challenges of meditation, of online settings, and shifts in distance or in time, here as subsumed under the term digital ethnography, are all met in the course of trying to establish the engagement. This course provides theoretical, methodological, and practical tools for conducting ethnography in a digital age, and for the approach of digital ethnography as a set of methods and as a research practice. It covers a broad range of methodological approaches aimed at answering the complexities of the object of research and the different ways in which this object has been construed. And in this connection, I acknowledge and thank the lectures that have given for so many weeks, including our General Secretary Kadrataya. Next, another one is Anthropological Journal of Anthropological Applications. International Journal of Anthropological Applications is the Journal of Anthropological Association for Humankind. Its primary objective is the scientific investigation of the principles and factors responsible for human problems and addressing those problems and factors practically by responsible utilization of anthropological knowledge and applications in order to improve the human condition. The journal regularly includes section of public health and medicine, industry, business, law, human rights, education, social mobilization, capacity development, social evils, morality, ethics, nation building, conflict resolution, competency acquisition, character advocacy, leadership development, poverty elimination, environment issues, community development, museums, disaster research and management, government, and international development and affairs. And these are some of the important areas just I touch upon. But one thing is very important, that we had conducted national seminar at Andhra University with the help of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Prasad Reddy, and our governing council member, Professor the dynamic Satyapal. So although the conference had ended very much impact in the association, our Anthropological Association, and we are aiming it now for the international conference at US. And I request one and all to cooperate and do the maximum efforts in the second year, because we are entering into the second year. And I request all of them, each and everybody, to cooperate and help the institution in getting the this association very internationally. And in this regard, I am also informing all the members that we are trying our best to introduce anthropology at the junior colleges and government level. So some of the initiatives we have already been taken, and we met so many important people at the government level to introduce at least the next academic year. And we shall, I think, with all your cooperation and help, we could succeed definitely. These are my presidential remarks, and I hope we will celebrate the second anniversary in offline, either in the Hyderabad or in Tirupati next year with a lot of enthusiasm, because we will be completing the international conference also by that time at the US. And I hope many of the eminent scholars would join from not only from the US but from India. I request the many professors, many anthropologists. So there, I think, I hope, I believe also they would join the international conference at the US. So these are my presidential remarks and introductory remarks rather, to introduce and thanking each and everybody for making our association a grand success in the first year. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you.
I request our Vice President to share his thoughts on our organization, its formation, and all these things. Dr. Ananda Gandikota.
Okay, thank you, Pedarataya. See, today we are celebrating anniversary, means first anniversary, because the organization, how it is evolved. See, the organization evolved with great responsibilities of Dr. Pedarataya, who traveled all universities, central universities, SP University, and Andhra University. He met the people. Initially, he met the people. Each and every, he went to their homes, their houses, and requested them. We are planning to start one anthropological association for humankind. There are some people are rejected. There are some people are cooperated. See, in this case, he traveled almost all people's their houses and requested, and the great anthropologists, they are accepted and they supported Pedarataya. And the first, he came to the January 15th to me. See, that day I have a festival, and I told my family members, you go to the village, I will come later, because that Pedarataya is coming to me to start to discuss about the Anthropological Association for Humankind before registration. When he came and I waited in the bus stand, Tirupati bus stand, he reached me and we had a dialogue. And immediately we have signed the papers and for the registers. Like that, the organization, the Anthropological Association, was started with very, very great difficulties and collecting the members. At the same time, see, the day which we started, that is 27th February 21. See, I reached Hyderabad via by air, and I reached that day. And when I saw that the office room, and it was very small. The office room was very small, and see, there is no facilities, there is no persons. Only I have been received by the Dr. Rajkumar Kattula. He is Rajkumar Kattula and Pedarataya, and Dr. Uday Kumar. We four of them sitting at the room and making that how we can go for the starting of this the Anthropological Association for Humankind. Then we started, and the Professor Paparao sir introduced Professor Ravindranath sir. Professor Ravindranath sir from Texas universities. He is so kind enough to encourage and the supporting the Anthropological Association for Humankind. Sir, thank you, Professor Ravindranath Garu, to introducing for international, that is Professor Dr. Bartolomea and Dr. Kiran Jairam also, sir. Like that, the evolving of the Anthropological Association, which very great difficulties, with the great effort of Dr. Pedarataya. The Pedarataya, he traveled. See, all the way he traveled to the Vijayawada, Hyderabad. Then he traveled Tirupati, he traveled to Visakhapatnam. And also in the meanwhile, he has organized so many web seminars, and he's created WhatsApp groups, Anthropological Association for Humankind, General Council, and Anthropology for India, and executive advisories. Like that, he created 3 groups, continuously interacting the people, continuously making the programs, and this has been like a going through like a continuously, and also he has interviewed great senior anthropologists like Professor N.K. Ambas. Ambas sir has devoted his time for making the interviews. What is anthropology? How it is anthropology? Where is anthropology? How it works? Like that, he has made so tremendous contributions for the development of the anthropology. And finally, we came to our we organized national conference on Anthropological Association for Humankind at Visakhapatnam. See, the day I reached, people, we are only 3 people. I, Pedarataya, and Satyapal, and Uday Kumar. And we have been talking about the paper presenters and all. See, even the first day inauguration, inaugurated by the Professor Prasad Reddy, the Vice Chancellor of the Andhra University, and followed by the Anthropology Department. See, we continuously 3 days we spent on. At the time, during that time, I was chairing of so many sessions. I have chaired by the biological anthropology session. I have chaired by the social anthropology sessions. See, Pedaratha immediately, sir, there is no, the chairperson is not available. Please take care. Like that, I have contributed my level best to the success of this Anthropological Association for Humankind for success. And this, I greatly thankful to our president, Professor V. Narayan Reddy, and Dr. Pedarataya, and all other governing council members of the success of the completion of the 1-year anniversary of Anthropological Association for Humankind. Thank you, Pedarataya. Thank you for advisory council, and thanks for the Anthropology for India, and thanks for governing council. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ananda Garu, our Vice President. Yeah, now I request Professor Bartholomew Crispin Dean, sir, to give his remarks.
Good evening, esteemed colleagues, and good morning as well, all members of the governing council and colleagues. It's a joyful day, certainly for me, being introduced to a different part of the world, which is, I think, the core of anthropology. I wanted to speak briefly of 2 anthropologists, Franz Boas, who I think represents in part what we're trying to do, which is a very holistic approach, biological, sociocultural, linguistics, and archaeology. And secondly, I'd like to mention another hero, Sir Edward Evans Pritchard, who thought of anthropology as an art. And I think what we're trying to do is, to some extent, artistic. In other words, there are many conflicting views, but ultimately what we see is the betterment of humanity. And that's what brings us together. So from a small brainchild of a few wonderful scholars, this has really grown in a very short amount of time. And during the celebratory event, hopefully we can speak briefly about some of the events that are going to happen in the very near future. So without further ado, I'd like to turn over the floor to my other colleagues and again, recognize the amazing efforts of those who have come before me. And thank you for letting me join the Governing Council. We'll do everything in my power to make this a successful organization. I really believe in it. So thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Vice President, Professor Bartholomew C. Dean, sir. Thank you for your providing leadership at the from the US side and bringing the wisdom. And yeah, thank you for your remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Roddy. It's been a pleasure, particularly working with you as one of the most effective leaders in this organization, along with the other governing council members. So thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I request Professor N.K. Ambas, sir, to share his observations and insights for way forward for this organization, Anthropological Association for Humankind.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Really, I am beholden to you for such a tremendous progress in just 1 year. To be very frank, I never thought that it would grow like this. The exponential growth of this organization has given me a kind of very optimistic hope that the anthropology, particularly in India, will receive its due. There have been tremendous changes. I am rather a person of classical anthropology, and now it has gone digital. And many a times I feel the romance of being participant observation, doing participant observation. I am reminded of Margaret Mead's Growing Up in Samoa, or those classical works, Huskowitz, Man and His Works. These kinds of things still fascinate me, and I am particularly, I was very much impressed by Very Elvin's Muria and their Bhotul. And in my studies also, I devoted a chapter on traditional education among the tribes, where I described all these things with the tribes that I had covered, the Garos, the Khariyas, the Munda, the Oraon. So, and I really, I went there and stayed with them, and I would say I empathized with them as a participant observer, and the quality that I feel may or may not be, I'm not sure, that may or may not be that kind of empathetic with the digital anthropology emerging as that. I don't know, but then this is the world that it progresses and new technologies come and overtake the classical approaches. So I personally feel that there is some need of empathizing, the empathetic approach in anthropological studies should somehow or the other be kept alive, because that adds to the quality of humanism and the name that you carry with the Anthropological Association for Humanism. So humanism will come only when you are empathetic in your studies. I am beholden to you for the kind of progress that you have made, the kind of inroads that you have made, the kind of people who have got associated. Professor Bartholomew, Dean, I am particularly beholden to you for your very, very I would say, insightful guidance that you give to this association. I am of the old school, so perhaps the I mean, I think I am the one who had worked with the Warrior Elvin and other people. So I think I must commend you. I must commend you on the progress that you have made in 1 year. My best wishes to you. And at this age, beyond, I am a classical man of 82 now. So you can, whatever I can do for you, I am with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor N.K. Ambassador. Thank you so much for your blessings and for your association with us. And from time to time, whenever I contact you, sir, you are readily available and share your wisdom and thoughts and give your connections, and all these things are very encouraging to us. Thank you so much. Now we have our governing council member from USA, Professor Ravindranath Dugirala, sir. Please share your thoughts in this occasion, sir. We are so excited to have you on the governing council. And thank you for your excellent bringing your wisdom and wonderful connections, and doing all your whatever you can. You are doing your best for the growth of this organization, and yeah, we are very proud of you, sir, and we want to hear from you on this occasion of celebrating 1 year anniversary, first anniversary of AAH.
Thank you, Dr. Pedataya. Actually, thank you all. It's an amazing journey, and my friend and colleague, Dr. Bott, had already shared, some of the thoughts. It's amazing. Since I met you and Dr. Narayan Reddy Garu in person, what you have done is, it's an amazing journey. Putting together, organizing workshop, ups and downs are there. And sometimes we were even cautioning you, take it easy, don't run. But you ran, while you were running, we were a little bit scared. Maybe, he's going to fall, but you did not, you did not. With a very brave, heart and strength, you moved forward. And it is so, I'm so happy to see that, you have been supported by a wonderful team of organizers. Narayan Reddy Garu, a wonderful president for this organization, supported by 2 vice presidents, wonderful vice presidents, Anand Garu and Dr. Garu, and all of you, it's an extraordinary journey for us also, running, slowly moving along with you and seeing the progress, that you have made within 1 year. It's amazing. It's amazing. And as an anthropologist, but I'm in the fringes of anthropology now. For the last 25 or 30 years, I have been in the area of, complex diseases, medicine, and genomics. But our heart is still there, and it's really, I should be very thankful to you that we are back there, to anthropology, and see how anthropology can actually contribute to the society. So when we are writing papers on diseases and everything, all the time we'll be thinking about anthropology. When I was a graduate student, we were in another area collecting anthropometrics on Koyadara tribe. Even today, that experience, the contacts with people, they have been very helpful in our, earlier Dr. Ambas was talking about the participant observation. Even today, what we are doing, we call it something like community participatory research or community engaged research. It's very important. We cannot just go to people and grab, their data and do whatever we want. There must be, bi-directional interactions between scientists and the community. So anthropology is always there, in our minds, and always there are so many ways in anthropology can used to better the health of, the world's populations. So once again, it's a great opportunity, and we thank each and everyone here. I hope we will have a better growth next year. Let us put our hearts into it, encourage people to join the organization, and make it, one of the best anthropology organizations, in India. And we will continue supporting you, and we wish you all the best. And everybody here, today, at this meeting, we should feel proud of ourselves, even though it's a small, we are in infancy. We are in infancy. There have been birth pains. Birth pains are very natural for an organization like this, when we are trying to pull people together to move forward together. Sometimes life can be challenging, but at the same time, we have a wonderful young leader, Dr. Pedrataya, and you're so lucky. You have extraordinary team of people that have been supporting you, and supporting you. They recognize what you have been doing to the organization. They recognize the enthusiasm, the bravery that you have, and may God bless you abundantly to provide additional strength to move forward. And we wish everybody, here today at the meeting, AAH meeting, that we should feel proud of ourselves for whatever we are doing. Again, Dr. Narayan Reddy Garu and Dr. Pedrataya and Dr. Ananda Garu and Dr. Bartholomew Dean Garu, thank you very much, and all the other council members, joining us, to celebrate this important day. I wish we should all try that next year when we celebrate the second anniversary. I wish there will be more than 100 people here, participating meeting. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Hooray. Go AAH. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. You are the main pillar and backbone of our organization. We behold on you, sir, for your continuous efforts, your dynamic leadership to us. Whenever the organization is in a crisis, so you'll be the savior of the organization. And I personally, and I on behalf of the association as a president, so we are very much grateful to you, sir, particularly. And we are also grateful to Madam Gar also for allowing you to spend with more time with us. We are equally grateful to your family members. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thank you so much.
I request Professor A.K. Kapoor, sir, the former Vice Chancellor and also the former Professor of the Delhi University, to share your thoughts and reflections on our organization. You are our advisory member of our advisory council, sir. Thank you for being with us in this one-year journey, sir. Please share your thoughts.
Thank you, Dr. Gale. All my colleagues, I'm very happy that people have joined AH and from different parts of the world, and they are giving their ideas, suggestions for the improvement of the society and their experiences. I became the members of various organizations in India, anthropological associations, societies from 75 onwards, and have seen many organizations, how they are going up and how they are going down. Most of the organizations, they have gone down. The purpose was, I don't know what was the purpose at the time, but the main purpose was because the technology was not there. The main focus was to print the journal, and they should be given to right member. And now I have seen that in many organizations of anthropology in India, they have stopped the publication of journals. In case they are publishing, they are not sending to the live members. This is one experience I would like to share. But when I became, Dr. Pade made me one of the member of AH, I was very thrilled that we have one organization using the latest technology. Now we have technology, a WhatsApp group and social group, so that we are in touch. 24 hours we are in touch with the members of the AH or the president or the secretary or Dr. Gade. So that in case you have any problem or you want to give any suggestion, you can pass the information or suggestion to the other members of the society. And I am very hopeful that this AH will go very high. And last 1 year, I have noticed that Dr. Gade, under the direction of Dr. Gade, he has organized a conference. Many people have attended. And now he is going to organize a World Congress. And means here, I have noticed one thing, that people are cooperating, are taking interest in the organization through the various modes of technology. That is good. And I am very hopeful that in near future, this AH will go very high and it will have an impact in each and every department of anthropology in India. But in India, I also noticed some of the anthropologists, they are sleeping. I don't know why they are sleeping all the time. They are not interested. I think we have to include some young people, young blood, and Dr. Gade has introduced. But I think we have to see many things in each department, right? Because anthropologists have different perspective when they get a job, when they are settled down. But I wish that all the anthropologists, whether in active service or retired, we have to fight for anthropology. When we fight, we have to develop the interest of anthropology in general public. And then the other perspective is that I'm very hopeful that in near future, the AH will give some new vistas for the job opportunities, upcoming anthropologists, and will be taking this thing into consideration, that will be interacting with the different government or NGOs, or we can have the placement cell for the future of anthropologists. I'm very hopeful that this organization under the directorship of AD will go very high, and we will meet at it is a Indian level, but it will be a global level very soon. I say all the best to each and everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor A.K. Kapoor, sir. Thank you for your valuable comments and encouraging words. Thank you for your kind words, and you are always available to the AAH to assist whatever the possible capacity. And even though your health does not cooperate and you have to go for dialysis, and you are like a young man. Your spirit is so young and so dynamic, and you are always available, except during the time of dialysis. That really inspires me. That really inspires me and challenges me to move further. Such a helping heart you have. Thank you so much.
Thank
on
you.
behalf of our governing council members.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, as our president, Professor V. Narayan Reddy Garu, have read all the names of the governing council members and the advisory council members. We have from different parts of the country. We have from different university anthropology departments, from different walks of applied anthropology. We have a rich resource persons. Yeah, the momentum is slowly coming up, and by the grace of God, things are happening. And with the highly supportive governing council members, they each governing council meeting in this year we have conducted 9 governing council meetings. We are according to our bylaws, once in 3 months. That means we are supposed to conduct 4 meetings in a year. but our governing council members are so committed and they give valuable time. Each governing council will last for minimum 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours also. So with such a kind of vigorous thinking and brainstorming and pros and cons and sharing their wisdom and long years of accumulated the experiences and wisdom they share, and in formulating the policies and action plans and follow-up work, and such a vigorous activities going on behind the screens. So I'm really proud of all the governing council members for their valuable time and sacrifices they made, even though they are busy with their academic responsibilities and office and other research projects and many other activities and family responsibilities. Apart from all these things, governing council members and advisory council members are such a wonderful people, such a committed anthropologists, even though in their post-retirement phase, they are such a cooperative. There, some of them are very silent. Their silent presence on their letterheads and speaks to the government whenever we approach with the letterhead to speak to a government official and authorities to have a dialogue for introducing anthropology at the junior college level or graduation level or the university level. The letterhead is filled with wonderful, well accomplished and the senior most anthropologists, along with here and there a handful of young anthropologists on the letterhead. So that makes their silent presence makes a difference. At the same time, their active contribution in the meetings gives a moral boosting and the practical support. And yeah, we have such a wonderful combination from different the anthropological domains of the field. All this coming together and making a mark within 1 year. We have, as our president rightly mentioned, that we have initiated a virtual institute called International Institute of Anthropological Applications. The major purpose of this organization to come into existence is to make difference for humankind. So by offering what anthropology has to offer, what is the fruit of anthropology to give to humankind? So what are the best services and best practices, best methodology, tools and techniques that anthropology has to offer to humans, ordinary humans, and in different professional walks of life, how their lives can be improved and how the risk can be mitigated, how they can have a productive, responsible and respectable lifestyles as citizens of the country or citizens of different countries of the world. So that by serving the society, we find our responsibility accomplished, not only responsibility fulfilled, but also it gives us a great satisfaction in serving others. So to bring the fruits of anthropology to the market, to bring the applications of anthropology to the marketplace, to the public sphere, the private sector and the NGO sector and the press and the judiciary and executive. In future, we want to train the executive, the personal executive personnel and the legislators and the parliamentarians, and because they are the people responsible to the millions of Indians or different country, different parts of the world. So these politicians and the executives and also judiciary, in what way anthropological applications can be helpful for them to deliver good governance in their specified domains of operation. So to provide to develop the applications, to provide the solutions for human problems, that is the running theme of the organization. By doing this, we find our relevance, we find our essence, and we find our fulfillment as anthropologists, and also we we create jobs for anthropologists, and we create the value for the discipline of anthropology, and it brings new life and new hope for the discipline of anthropology. And also we have recently, with the support of the governing council, the AAH has initiated interview drive to conduct interviews, intense interviews, virtual interviews, if possible, offline interviews, so that we want to tap the years of accumulated wisdom, and we want to document those insights for practical application and developing the applications, which will create huge jobs, at the same time the potential solution to human problems. So we have a big list of anthropologists, senior most retired anthropologists who have made their mark on the society, in their locality, in their workplace, in their sphere of operation. So those things we want to preserve and publish, so that for the younger generations, for their reference, for their inspiration, because inspiration gives the spark, inner fire, so that it breeds a motivation, and also the real action. So that's why we don't want to the wisdom of the senior most anthropologists who are in academia and who are in practice. We don't want to that wisdom to be buried in the tombs. We want to unpack that wisdom and preserve it in the books and ebooks, or any book or journals, so that forever it will speak to the society at large. So with that intention, AAH has initiated the interview drive. Already we have finished the 2 interviews with the country's foremost anthropologists, Professor Vijay S. Sahai sir, who has been running the Oriental Anthropology, the International Journal of Anthropology, for the past 20 years. And also in countries, India's foremost educational anthropologist, Professor N.K. Ambas sir, was so kind, and he has given his valuable thoughts. Now he's editing this thing. Both of them are editing, and very soon we are going to get the final draft for publishing. And we are also going to take further this interview drive. And another important thing we have launched is with the help of the governing council and advisory council is it is in the process. We have contacted the university authorities of Nagarjuna University. They are very open, very positive. They are willing. So they asked us proposal to start a department for applied anthropology, which will create a lot of job market for the students of that area. And we, with the help of the governing council, we are going to appoint the expert committee to propose the course work and for the postgraduate students, and submit the proposal to the university authorities. And also the Andhra Pradesh Council for Higher Education, the president, secretary, and also Andhra Pradesh Higher Education Regulator and Monitoring Commission chairman, Justice Ishwara SR. Also I had a 1-hour interaction with him, and he's so kind, gave 1 hour of huge time for me to talk about the possibilities. And also the things, the pilot program, they are introducing 5 important educational institutions. One is Andhra University, the second is SV University, and also 3 JNTUs. And in Andhra University and SV University, anthropology is already there, but we need recruitments because there are lots of positions are vacant. So we need to push that for matter to the government forward. At the same time, the 3 JNTUs where the possibility of including anthropology is there. So that's what when we met and have a discussion at the chairman and a vice chairman and a secretary. So those are the things that came out, and with the help of the governing council, we are going to soon pursue that matter to introduce anthropology in 3 different JNTUs in Andhra Pradesh. So this inclusion of anthropology in the academia, that work we have already initiated, writing letters, submitted letters. And also another important thing that anthropology, through this virtual institute and International Institute of Anthropological Applications, we have conducted webinars on why world needs anthropology. This wonderful, accomplished young anthropologist from Netherlands, Walter Faes, was available for 2 hours for virtual presentation, and we had a nice interaction. We thank him on behalf of the AAH. He was so kind, and he gave us a valuable talk. And also our Vice President, Dr. Bart C. Dean from the University of Kansas, USA. He also delivered one lecture, important lecture on visual sensory anthropology. And also I thank on behalf of the AAH, Professor S.B. Roy sir. He brought the founder, president of he brought from Calcutta. So he was kind enough to be available for 12 weeks. 12 sessions he did on digital ethnography for tribal sustainable livelihoods. So yeah, that was a huge support extended by him, free of cost. He served all these people free of cost their rendered services for the advancement of our virtual institute called International Institute of Anthropological Applications. And after that, I have taken it forward and developed a coursework on the digital ethnography, and that gave rise to, inspired some different universities are now including the digital ethnography in their training in their postgraduate students. Yeah. Yeah, the other important thing is recently the AAH has launched anthropology for building the nation. So we, with the help, recently we had a governing council meeting where the governing council suggested to make some alterations in the title, building the, rather calling building the nations, why don't we call building the families or peoples. So that is accepted, and now we are going to take off in that webinar series. And Professor Satyapal sir he is voluntarily want to do some sessions on that building the people's families. How anthropology can make difference in building the stronger families and stronger peoples of the nations of the world. So by why we want to do all these things, we want to train our young students and scholars in the required skills of the 21st century, so that in the job market they will be successful and productive, and they can make their mark, positive impact on society and workplace. And why we want to do these webinars, we want to do prove that anthropology has to contribute excellent the practical solutions and improve the human lives and promote peaceful social coexistence in this the societies. They are plagued with different sets of problems, irrespective of the cultures and the backgrounds of the different societies and countries. Every country has its own basket full of problems, and every family has full of problems. And those problems, how these anthropological insights and how anthropology can broaden our vision and thinking horizons, and cultivate the empathy and sympathy for others, and understand the importance of tolerance, respect for differences, respect for the legitimate differences. So all those things we want to promote. so that the anthropology people from the school level, in the primary and the secondary school level, also can really understand. If we send our children to get trained in anthropology, our children will really become responsible to the country. That every parent, every door, every house, every parent should understand what anthropology can bring to human life in cultivating the positive habits of thinking, positive habits of emotions, and positive habits of having a successful social relations. So intrapersonal competencies and interpersonal competencies and moral competencies and performance competencies, how anthropology can help and equip to acquire the required competencies to be successful personal life and family life in the workplace. So with this broader vision, at the same time, with the short-term goals and with the long-term goals, the Anthropological Association for Humankind has finished its one-year milestone. And today we are celebrating 1 year of faithful the governing council, 1 year of committed contributions of the governing council members and advisory council members. So this is a collective work. Oh, some noise is coming up. Oh, please. Yeah, this is a collective work. This is an organization where the collective leadership and a common good, and we want to make not only a local and national or regional, but the global impact. We want to meet the global challenges. So how the discipline of anthropology as a noble discipline, we humans, we study humans, and we want to make the positive difference for humans. That is the core of the anthropological contribution that we want to highlight. So, oh, excuse me, somebody.
Anand, please unmute your phone. Unmute. Mute.
It is already unmuted.
Okay. No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
Bhadrataya,
Yes, sir.
has anybody left for speakers?
Yeah, we
Anybody?
have almost. We want to request before we close. We want to request our governing council member, Dr. Raj Katula, and also Professor Barnabas Dan Borno from Nigeria to share their experiences. Yeah.
May I intervene at this moment? Just one sentence.
Please, sir, please.
Kindly interact with Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India, and also the Lal Bahadur Shastri Institute for training of the fresh recruits of the IAS and other allied services. I have been trying at my end to give them some kind of participatory observation and training, anthropological method of participatory work, participatory development as a pre-service pre-induction training program of the newly recruited Indian administrative services. So you could prepare some kind of a write-up and then submit it to them to make it as an essential part of pre-induction program for the administrative services, because unless they empathize with the people for whom they are working, they may not be in a position to effectively administer them, because empathy is the soul of the entire administration structure. So this is for the future, next year's program. You may like to think about it and take necessary action if thought proper. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for intervening at this moment, but I thought I would just give you some kind of agenda for the next year. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Professor Ambassador, that is worth investing time there, because they are going to deliver the good governance. So really, they are going to implement the policies. So if they are really equipped with this, what anthropology has to offer them, that will be really wonderful. Thank you for your timely suggestion for setting the agenda for the upcoming year. We will certainly discuss in the governing council, and we will let you know the progress, sir. Yes, sir. Dear President, sir, should I request our governing council member from Nigeria, Professor the Barnabas Dornborn, sir, would you please share your thoughts on this occasion, sir? Hello, Professor Barnabas, sir. Oh, my student Shankaran is lifting his hand. Yes, Shankaran, please.
First of all, I really thank for being part of this organization. So really, for being part of it as a student, actually. So I also would like to say that I have learned quite a lot, and there has been a lot of revision that's been undergoing, and a lot of thought process change through this organization, and has always looked into new topics, and have been debating about current issues also. So congratulations for reaching the full circle of 1 year. Waiting and hoping for more better things. And my apologies for not sometimes getting into the debates, because I'm now working in an NGO as a fellowship student. So because of the office hours, I'm not able to join it so soon. Hello, sir.
Yes, thank you, Shankaran. Thank you for your thoughts. Yeah, we are encouraged. Yeah, all the best. Yeah,
Thank
we look forward to have you receive further more trainings.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah,
Because I had to leave the virtual this thing in the middle because of the fellowship I got in the middle, actually. The fellowship will be over by August, and I'll be resuming the process, sir. That's all.
sure.
Yes, sir.
So, Professor Barnabas sir, Don Warner sir from Nigeria. Hello, Professor Barnabas sir.
Is he there?
Yes, he's there.
He's there. Oh, please.
Okay, I think he's. In the meantime, Dr. Raj Katula, our executive council member, please share your ideas.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Let me first congratulate the AAH family. A happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would say it's a wonderful working experience with AAH from the last 1 year. In fact, I was there from the very beginning of its formation. We used to have Dr. Padirataya and me used to have very long discussions how to go about, how to start, how to reach people, what would be the aims and goals of this organization, all that. And in a first attempt, we had to face a lot of odd things, difficulties, financial as well as sociological odd things. I think Dr. Padirataya I think he has already mentioned in our annual national conference in Visakhapatnam. I think it's not the stage where we can talk about more about that right now. but we had to face a lot of odd things, and both financially and social difficulties and odds. And then as a second attempt, I think many of us, we don't know uh, how it came to into existence. It was a second attempt without Pedrathiana didn't lose his hope. He was so brave, and he took the yoke and marched forward and to push the limits, and he stood against all the odds and the social shame. I should say it's a social shame, but he took it as very lightly and very bravely to make another attempt to establish AAH. I know it very personally, and I have seen it very closely because we used to talk, we used to think about how to go about all these things. And in a second attempt, AAH has been came into existence, and the rest we all know because we have been all part of it. Slowly, people are adding to it: governing council, advisory council, and members have come as a part of it. And what happened after that, we all know that. Yes, when I look back from where we have started as AAH family, it's been wonderful. What it has achieved within 1 year is amazing and remarkable. It's not an easy thing to a young and just started organization to organize a national conference successfully, finishing coursework on digital ethnography, and taking up the interviews of the senior anthropologists and many more. And we have also successfully planned, yet to be implemented, about World Congress and the journal and the institute. All this, this is, when I think about this is wonderful. This is really encouraging and wonderful. That have happened in the last 1 year. And I know it is still, when there's a long road to go ahead and make an impact on society as an AH, with its set goals, with its set objective, all that. I totally believe, and I totally be there with AH, that together we can make this happen. I mean, to achieve whatever goals we have set for AH as an organization. I totally believe that we together we do that, whatever it takes. And with that note, I thank each and everyone from the governing council, advisory council, and all the AH members for their contributions, for their valuable efforts, for their valuable time, all that. I especially thank Dr. Padratia for his courageous, and I should say it is courageous and relentless efforts. Thank you, Padratiana. And now I wish all the best for a brighter future for AH that has to come. Yeah, this is all I want to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Raj, for bringing us back to the beginning and reflecting on what happened. Yeah, many things, but in we are coming to close. So before we close, we want to have another two people, our governing council members, Professor Dan Borno, sir, Professor Barnabas, sir. Would you please share your ideas?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm actually very happy to be part of this AAH. Sometime last year, Professor Ravi Durgila actually contacted me and told me that he would like to speak with me if I have a time. And we arranged and we spoke. So he told me that he was visiting India and he met with some members of the AAH, and they told him what they are planning and about the organization to establish Anthropological Association for Humankind, and that they wanted it to have a global face. And so he remembered me particularly because I visited University of Kansas Laboratory for Biological Anthropology in 2009, and I was in the lab of Professor Michael Crawford. Even though we didn't get to see face to face with Professor Ravi, but Professor Crawford has actually told him about me and issues like that. So when this issue came up, he remembered me and then contacted me and told me that this is a situation if I would like to be part of AA. I told him that yes, I would like to be part of AA. And I would like to state that I'm happy to be part of this global organization that is actually being powered by the members of the governing council. Just like commendations have actually gone to Dr. Retire, we want to thank you for all the effort, for the vigor, for the power, the energy you are actually putting into the whole team, and to all the governing council members who are actually contributing from various dimensions. And for my own, like I said earlier on in one of the meetings, we are actually approaching or we are actually practicing biological anthropology. And we hope to ensure that this arm of the AH is actually strengthened and stabilized. From our last meeting where it was suggested that if we could actually get more people, I've actually talked to a number of my friends and some of my former students who have actually graciously accepted to be part of AA. So right now we have like 3 professors who have actually indicated their willingness to be part of AH, and a number of other senior academics and junior academics. Subsequently, I hope that we'll continue the recruitment for membership, even down to graduate students. And I want to assure the AH that in the near future, there will be a good population of people who are going to be part of AH from Nigeria. And like I've also said, we'll also try to see how we can also invite some of our friends from some of the neighboring countries, so that the widespread, the global face of AH will actually be developed in Africa and across the world by other members of the governing council. So I want to thank the governing council for actually being part of it, and I hope that before the December conference, the organization will have grown more stronger and stronger. So thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Professor Barnabas Dornborno, for your valuable association with our in the governing council, and also you have already initiated efforts to talk to people, the fellow professors in different universities and the neighboring countries in the African continent. That is amazing. That is excellent. Thank you so much. It is very encouraging report that we hear from you. We are all working together to construct the global face and representation from different parts of the world, so that as a humanity, as a collective entity, how anthropology can really make positive difference. That's what we want to send the message. So now another governing council member, Dr. Uday Kumar Dorboina. Please share your experiences, thoughts of your 1 year journey. We are celebrating the first anniversary and we are all together. Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. It's really it's a great opportunity for me working in this great prestigious AAH organization. At first, Dr. Gadde Pedrate sir started as a WhatsApp group with his wife. Only 2 members are there before 1 year. So now it's reached more than hundreds, 300, 400 members joined in this group. And the step by step, Dr. Pedrate sir is constructing a beautiful villa. So step by step, each brick he is constructing, and in this beautiful journey, all the governing council members, advisory board members, and all the members, young and energetic, dynamic anthropologists, all are supporting him and encouraging him, and he is achieving along with us. So tremendously, this journey is very beautiful, and we organized international seminar, and also we are going to conduct one World Congress also in this December. We hope we are all doing collectively and enthusiastically. I'm personally I'm waiting for that great moment. So I'm so thankful in this beautiful journey. All the people are cooperating for AAH. So I pray to God for all the successful journey in the coming days. I so thankful to you, sir, Pedrate sir, for selecting me as a governing executive member. So I am so thankful to our president, Professor V. Narayan Reddy Garu, and also the vice president, Gandikota Anand Garu. So I am so thankful to each and everyone. So I wish you all the best for future upcoming all successful journeys. Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we came to an end, and now I request our president to give closing remarks and close the meeting, sir.
Dr. Pedrate and other eminent anthropologists, and we are very grateful to each and every member who have participated and expressed their thoughts about our 1 year journey of AAH. In this context, I once again renew my request to all the committees that are formed for the international conference, and we are going to meet on 5th March in the governing council. And better, I request all the chairs to think over their committee members roughly, and we will finalize the committees also, if possible, on 5th of March. So please come with a certain names for each committee. I request particularly the chairmen of the particular committees, because the time is running out. That's why I'm requesting all of you to cooperate and to help this international conference a grand success. And once again, I am very much, particularly, I am very much thankful to the members that are joined today, each and everybody. Although our honorable member, Dr. Ravindranath Garu, particularly, although he is very busy in his scientific organizations in the US, but still he came and he just participated today, and we are very much thankful to all the other members also, particularly our General Secretary and our Vice President, Bartholomew, Dr. Anand, and Dr. Raj Katula, and the members, each and everybody, Dr. Dan Borno, Kumar, Mrityunjay, Naval Ambassador Sir, Raj Katula, Shankaran, all the distinguished participants we had today. And once again, I am very much thankful, and I wish all the best to the members and the organization. Thank you one and all.
Sir, one thing I want to, Professor, I want to especially thank Professor A. Paparao, sir, from SV University. He has introduced me to Professor Ravindranath Dugirala, sir, and which he has given a great spark at a global level. And also he has introduced me to many senior anthropologists in the country, and he has massively worked. He is like a friend and a young man. He used to call every morning, Rataya, these are the people you contact. I already spoke to them. Every evening he used to call me, Rataya, I have already spoke to them. Please contact them. Go ahead. Kind of like a friend, like a young man. He used to call the morning and the evening. You know, I cannot forget in the initial days how remarkable he worked hard and bringing people and building these Anthropology for India group, and also Uday was introduced to him only, and so I especially thank our president V. Narayan Reddy Garu, even though he is working for the government of Andhra Pradesh, and also he is working for one NGO as a CEO for academic, giving free education to the poor people, and also he is responsible to some SV University at different capacities and multiple responsibilities. Even many senior anthropologists, they said we are busy, we cannot provide the leadership as a president. But our president, even though he's a retired person, but always available, and I'm very thankful for his warm heart and loving kindness and very gentle spirit, and very supporting and very friendly and very welcoming all the time. So yeah, that's amazing. So thank you, Professor V. Narayan Reddy Garu, for providing the leadership. And also I'm thankful, and we want to smash the unintended division between a physical anthropologist and social anthropologist. We want to bring healing, and we want to bring perfect unity and maturity to the discipline of anthropology. These self-defeating mechanisms we want to smash, and we want to eliminate, and we want to really build a healthy and positive the unity and integrity, and as an anthropology fraternity to bring vitality to the discipline of anthropology. Because of the divided family, we are self-defeating the discipline. So, but we want to bring a perfect unity. So this organization, what I see, perfect healthy relationships from the day one. I'm seeing, and I'm excited, and I see the future and a bright future, because my dreams are once shattered, but again, as Raj Katula rightly said, this is second wave, second attempt. I was means almost lost hope, but at the same time I prayed, and I got connections and revived, and things started happening. It's all God's help and good people on the governing council who are really working hard behind the screens, and nobody recognizes them, but really we are proud of them, each one who are very working hard. Particularly Professor Ravindranath Dugirala sir. Just one word from Professor A. Paparao sir. Please help Rataya, that word, and because of that word, and Professor Ravindranath sir took it seriously, and the rest is the history. Really. Thank you so much, and I'm grateful to you, sir. I'm very, I don't deserve to be part of this team, because you're all senior anthropologists, globally recognized and accomplished, and I'm nothing, but I feel proud for the respect that I receive and the encouragement and support that I receive to move forward, to translate the vision into reality. Thank you for concrete and great and excellent support and cooperation. these few words, and also I forget to mention Professor Satyapal sir, our governing council member, is not able to join today, and also other members is not able to join because of other the schedules. But their valuable contribution, even though in their tough times, and they are with the organization and made their things happen and make things successful. And but respected advisory council member Sri G. Narottam Reddy Garu, yesterday I spoke to him again about the upcoming World Congress. As Professor Ravindranath sir and Professor Bart Dean sir and Professor Dennis and many other eminent professors who are providing the international leadership. When I mentioned about that one, he said, please don't keep my name on the financials committee or any other committee, but I will be there behind the screens and working with you all the time. Whatever the possible help I can extend, all the best kind of thing. So he said, and a very warm and very helpful person, introduced through our Vice President, Dr. Ananda Gandikota. So many other things I missed, but I am recording everything and writing in paper so that one day we will publish the history of brief history of our organization. That every micro detail I am mentioning and writing and things are happening. So this is not the platform to share everything because the valuable time you are having sharing. So yeah, with these few words I want to close. Thank you so much.
Thank you, one and all. Finally.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. All the best.
Sir.
Thank you very much.
Happy anniversary. Really,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all.
Congratulations.
Jai Ho AAH. Jai Ho AAH.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.